It is burning hot outside. I can't believe it. I think it's already 87 down here. It's going to be a hot one today. But anyway, hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know what I'm going to call this, but I'm going to call it whichever. But we just got news that on the wrestling side of things, Vince McMahon has retired from the WWE. Now, he hasn't really officially been retired. Well, here's the thing. He announced, I think, Thursday or Friday last week that he retired. This was amid the allegations that he was involved with a few women. So, in order to, my guessing, save face and the company, basically, because this shook the whole company, he decides to retire. Stephanie McMahon, she took over WWE. Here's what I'm going to say. If you're a boss and you leave or retire from the company and everybody's happy about it, something has got to give. Now, I haven't seen wrestling, but from where I've heard, it's on a decline. And I have decided to do some research on it because I've been watching wrestling since really 2008. But even they were talking about, because I didn't know back in 2002, SmackDown almost got canceled. I didn't know that because I'm guessing because if it did get canceled, then Raw would have been the number one WWE show to watch. Because remember back then, Raw was everything. WWE Raw was insane. I mean, people watched that back in 2000s religiously. But now, even after the pandemic, it had a little decline, but not to where on both ends of the company would have been bankrupt. That's just my opinion. With this, there's some rumors going around. We don't know if it's true or not, but I've been wondering why, even to this day, why Shane didn't take it. And why old man gave it to Stephanie McMahon, his daughter. Maybe it's something that she wanted, what it sounds like. But then back in January, you remember that whole fiasco when Vince kicked Shane out, and my guess it sounded like to me that Vince didn't want to take a chance. So he went with Stephanie. Because it sounded like something she wanted to do. That's just my opinion. Triple H is still the executive producer. I think that's his title, executive producer. And he is, my guessing, he's also the one that will find the talent in the WWE, which is interesting because I think with Triple H, he looked like he can find good talent. But with that being said, over the next upcoming years, what will happen to WWE? Because with this allegations, it's complete damage control. When Vince walked out, Brock Lesnar, well, Vince didn't walk out. When Vince retired, Brock Lesnar walked out. We don't know why he walked out, but something's going on. And I've been paying attention to it over the years, even when I was a kid. Because I remember even as a kid, they would have wrestlers, I'd say for at least a year or two, then they won't have them no more. And then when they had that, not really a decline, but that, what is it called? They let you go. And I think I put it in one of the videos I made. There were some people I never even heard of. So WWE needs a better promoter. Paul Heyman been on there since the dawn of time. Why don't you let that man be a promoter? He's good at it. Very good at it. I admit that he is good at it. He's been there, I think, for almost since I was a kid. I think he's been there since my mom was a kid. So why not give the promoter position to Paul Heyman and give him more money? Because it sounds like and I've been watching, speaking of which, Ryback TV, I've been watching him. Kevin Nash has a podcast. I've been trying to find Booker T's podcast or website. I'm going to look that up today, and so when I upload it, I'll put it down in the description. But I watched Ryback TV because, again, I haven't seen wrestling since 2008, and I remember seeing Ryback on there. And with Vince, when he heard that Vince retired, he was happy. And he's one of the quotes he said, and I'm paraphrasing it, is basically, you give your life 5 days a week, 24/7, and you just fill up my pockets. Well, the boss's pockets. The boss meaning Vince. The WWE is a $1 billion company. They can't afford to pay, and I mean pay. They can pay better. They can pay their wrestlers better. If you have all these wrestlers on your company and you're not doing a very good job promoting them, then I wouldn't blame them for leaving WWE, Raw, or SmackDown. Ryback was happy. And after I watched a podcast about it, I don't blame him. If you work at a job that you're passionate about, and even there was a lot of wrestlers on there that was passionate. I mean, passionate about it. Even John Cena, he had his 20-year anniversary here. They didn't pay tribute. They didn't say nothing about that man. And he's been there almost 20 years. Even when Shawn Michaels retired, they didn't do anything. So at this point, I'm just like, yeah, I in a way, kind of understand. But then again, WWE, they're not good with promotion. And they're basically working to death. And the storylines, give or take, whoever's directing it, ain't that good. But I'll give credit when credit's due. Vince McMahon is a hard worker. I'll give him that. And he knows what sells. Now, even though WWE declined over a couple, I say at least a decade, he will give you what you want, irregardless. Now, I'll give him that. But I don't know. They just need to have better promoters. Better promoters. And if they can't find the time to, promote all these wrestlers, or have all the wrestlers that they want, or give them a chance, why not just have it come on twice? I guess how Raw comes on Mondays, so it's gonna be on the night, and SmackDown's on Friday. Why not have it on twice, like Raw on Mondays and Saturdays, and SmackDown on Wednesdays and Fridays? But then again, that probably might be overkill, because even for me, that's overkill. I won't watch it, but if it's to promote, like you dropped 120, at least, I think it was over 121 people this year. That includes wrestlers, faculty, what have you. Due to, I think it was either promotion or budget cuts, one of them two. But I'm hoping that with this change, with Stephanie McMahon, even though I will watch it, I will just watch bits and pieces of it. Hopefully, I'm just hoping it gets better. That's all I'm going to say. I'm sure Stephanie McMahon, she'll do great. Well, she will do great. Even if it's Shane, it'll probably still do great. But that's just my 2 cents on that. But I will find their channels, because I found Ryback TV, Nick Nash, because I watched his this morning. I was half asleep, 5:30 in the morning, half asleep watching it. So I watched his. He's good. And Booker T. Now Booker T, I think his is a website, because I tried to find him on YouTube. I couldn't find him on YouTube. So I'm gonna find his website and put it on there. Mega Millions. It's pretty much the last thing, and it's pretty much it. I have wondered about the lottery. Mega Millions has went up to $790 million. Now, I have calculated this. After taxes in my state, I will be left with 500, I think, over $559 million. So I thought to myself, what would I do with all that money. And then I thought about myself. The first thing I would do, very first thing that I would do, to prove to myself that I finally won the lottery, is I'll fill up my gas tank. That's number one thing. I'll fill up my gas tank. Because half my salary anyway going to be towards getting gas. So I might as well fill up my gas tank while I'm at it. That's number one thing. Fill up my gas tank. Now this is after I give 3 of my family members money. First thing is to fill up on gas. That's it. Next is to pay my car off. Because one of the things I want to do with the money is to live comfortably. Because I really thought about this. Because they were talking about on the news about the Mega Millions. And even they were saying it's either better through annuity, which they will give you money each year, or a lump sum. And they said it's better to give it in annuity because you will lose more money through the lump sum. And you have more to spend. But for me, I have to do the lump sum. Because I don't think there's any way I could divide it out between my family members with the annuity. That's going to be next to impossible. So, anyway, do that. And the next thing I would do is I would go to work. I would still work. I mean, me with all that money, it's something that you should enjoy. I want to be able to at least live comfortably without worrying about anything. Now, I may buy me a house with it, like a little house, but as far as buying the Gucci's and all this other stuff, it's not worth it. And I'll buy myself a new car. Now, I don't understand this whole renting thing with celebrities. Why are you renting? You have all this money and you're renting. Like, for example, I was reading somewhere, I don't know what celebrity it was, but they got their car repoed because they didn't pay their car note. I'm thinking it was a Ferrari. I think it was a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. But they repoed his car because he couldn't keep up with the payments. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, so instead of just buying the car and not have to worry about a payment, why are you renting? Hello? You have all this money and you're renting. Why? I don't get it. But yeah, that's what I pretty much would do with the lottery. And another thing is I might now, I'm starting on there and I got the money to give some of the money to one of my co-workers. Because it could probably help. I mean, on all, it could really help them. With everything, I think, I probably just end up doing a lump sum. and they said you need a financial advisor. Now, I need a financial advisor, number one, with experience, and number two, that's just as stubborn as I am. Because I know for a fact that I will, and I mean this, I will go over my spending limit. I will do that. There must be some way. Because if there's some way where I can get a lump sum and then after I give my portion to everybody, and then I'm still left with over close to triple digits in the million. There has got to be some way to where when I get my portion, I can do annuity on my end. So that way I can have money coming in every month. Don't know. I need to win to find out. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please push the like button, subscribe to this channel if you want to know more. I will be on tonight. Yeah, I'll be on tonight. I'm going to do Evening Chronicles tonight. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Talk to you guys later. Thanks and bye-bye.